All right, so here is the budget overview. So this is kind of where you will input like your basic overall list of your bills per month. So you can come over here and click your, you just type in your day, you can put in your main income paychecks and your any side hustles that you might have, and it will total it down here for you. And then this is where you list just all of your bills. I do mine in daily order so I can know exactly what's coming out what day. And this is kind of what your set budget is. And any of them that are kind of varied throughout the month, like your electric bill and stuff, I just try to put it in an average. When it starts getting cooler, I might up it a little bit. Well, actually, mine will go down because I'm on gas. Anyways, summer will be increase. Winter will go down for me. So anyways, that's how I do that. And then over here are the digital and cash envelopes, which I'll talk about here in a second, and how much you want to put in each of those, and then your savings and sinking funds as well. And I'll go over those here in a second as well. This will total your budget for you. This subtracts all of your bills and your envelopes and your savings from your income, and that's how much you have left over for the month. So that's where you can kind of go into your extra debt, which we'll talk about here in a minute as well. And then your savings percentage, it's kind of on average, you try to save like 5% at least. We're only at 4 right now. So anyways, but it'll tell you how much you are saving per month, what your percentage is. So that's the overview. Next, we have all of your paycheck trackers. I put 4 in here. That's typically the max amount. You can go down here and, copy a sheet if you need more than 4. But on here, so we'll go to the first one. You can choose your month. So I have this set up like you'll just do each of these per month and then just print them out and put it in a binder, or you can save this entire document just on a monthly basis if you want to save them digitally, whichever way you prefer. So here's your paycheck tracker. So this is a budget by paycheck document. So what that means, instead of one budget per month, you have one budget per paycheck. And that just helps make sure you know where every dollar is going, in my opinion. And so it causes you to sit down and look at your money for every paycheck. So here's your main income, and then any side hustles I kind of lump them in on my paychecks because my side hustles vary, my Etsy stuff, my cookie classes and stuff. It varies on a month-to-month basis, so I don't really want to set a whole budget just for that, and usually it's additional income anyways. I really only budget in my main income. So I just do it like each of these are in between the paychecks. So any of them that are after this paycheck or the day of before my next paycheck is what I put on right here. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. So it will add that for you. Over here is where all of your bills are going to go that are allotted for this particular paycheck. So how I do that is I come over here to my calendar. And here is where I have all my bills listed, anything that's coming out, and you can make it colored. It won't do that for you. You'll have to do that yourself. And I just list them on each day. And what I have done on my own personal one is I've kind of rearranged my bills calendar as much as I can. I try to do as many manual payments as I can. Like all my credit cards and whatnot I have taken off auto draft because that way I know for sure what day they're going to be coming out. That just seems, it makes me feel safer about it. And so I've kind of rearranged that to make sure that 1, they're paid before the due date, and 2, I pay them all on payday. And that way I know exactly what day they're coming out, and I know I have the money allotted for them in that certain paycheck. So I have been I actually pay a lot of them early every month now. So that just takes you sitting down and figuring out exactly when you want to pay things and how you designate your money from each paycheck, basically. So over here, you can choose your category. I have a generic list of lots of options here that you can choose from. Hopefully everything that you might have is included in there. I've done as many as I can think of and as many as I've researched. So you can choose the category that you want. So we'll just say car insurance. you just type in, my car insurance through ANPAC. So, and then how much you are budgeted per month. And then this is actual. You only fill out the actual when it comes out on your checking account. You can either do, I do it when it's pending because my bank shows, my balance is when it's starting to pend, or you can just wait until it clears completely. It's obviously up to you. So that is what I do there. And then over here are my digital and cash envelopes. So your digital and cash envelopes are anything that obviously you want cash for. So we do all of our entertainment, anything that we do for fun. We have cash out. Basically give ourselves an allowance every week, and that is considered a cash envelope. We also do an eating out cash envelope because we tend to like to eat out. And so we have to set ourselves on a strict budget for that so we don't overdo it. We also how we do it is we actually have certain bank accounts. We have multiple accounts opened up that we use as a digital envelope rather than doing cash, because I hate carrying cash on me, and the multiple envelopes kind of seem silly to me. So I have different debit cards, for certain things. So we have a pets, home, vehicle, and beauty. I know it's a lot, kind of all lumped into one, but pets, home, vehicle, and beauty, we take out a certain amount of our income from every paycheck and put into that account. We have a gas account for our fuel, and then we have our our food account, and that's for our groceries. That just seems to be easiest to me. So anyways, if it's different accounts, I do them all as the digital envelopes. So, groceries would be one, etc., etc. And I just have it, budgeted out over here for how much I'm going to spend per month. And then I divide that up on each paycheck for how much I actually put into each account on each paycheck. So, hope that makes sense. Down here are our savings and sinking funds. Savings are obviously pretty simple. That's just our basic savings account. If you invest in anything, IRAs, whatever, it would go there as well. But I also do sinking funds, which are things that you're going to pay for coming up. So things like Christmas, things like new tires, car registrations. I don't know. I have a whole long list of sinking funds. You can Google it and find out a long list of things. But it's basically things that you are saving for to pay for within the year. And that same thing, you just figure out over here how much you want per month, and then you divide it up on your paychecks over here. And then, so this all calculates all of your leftovers down, and you should end up having a final leftover amount over here. Also, I highly recommend, and I need to add this into the categories list, I forgot to do this, a checking cushion. A checking cushion is basically a number that you give yourselves per month that you add into your bank account so it continues to grow, so you continue to have a cushion in your bank account to allot for unexpected expenses, if your electric bill is higher than you expected it to be, whatever the case may be. That way you do not overdraft, because nobody likes to overdraft. So I will add that in. I'm going to make a note right now on my sheet of paper here. So anyways, you should have a total leftover amount that includes your checking cushion. That way you're not cleaning out your bank account every month completely or every paycheck. But that's what you want to put into your extra debt. If your debt is paid off, then you would obviously just add it into your savings. So this should equal 0 down here. That is your income minus all 4 of these categories. That should equal 0, and that's how you have a $0 based budget. Anyways, you do that for each paycheck, and that's how you have your total, budget per month. Over here is a monthly review. So this takes your monthly income from all 4 of these paycheck trackers. I should include that if you add another 5th tracker to this, it will not include this in your monthly review because of the formulas. So if you need a 5th one added, just let me know and I will do that happily. Also, on that side note, I have protected all of these sheets, so the formulas cannot be deleted. If you do need to change something, if you're good at Excel and want to mess with something, obviously you just go up here to unprotect. I did not password protect it, so you can't do that. But that way you don't accidentally delete something. Anyways, this calculates all of your monthly income. Then all you do over here is come in and choose your categories that you have done throughout the month, and it will automatically, bring them together, add them together from all 4 of the trackers, and put it into your monthly budget and your monthly actual spent, the difference between the two, and then the percent of your income. This kind of shows you where your money went for the entire month. So that was super handy. Same with the digital cash envelopes and your savings and sinking funds. So, your savings plan, this is just something to kind of write out if you have the savings over here. This is where you would put all those categories. So if you have Christmas that you're saving for, tires that you're saving for, whatever, how much you want to save per year, how much you want to save per month, the start date that you're going to start saving, and then the due date that it's due. And then it adds it up down here. Your savings tracker, same thing basically, but it should let you track how much per month in case you had an extra month where you needed extra expenses and you couldn't save that month, or it's cut down, or you were able to save more, whatever. You just track it, how much dollar amount here, and it totals it up here. A sinking funds budget. So this is for if you have sinking funds and you have like different items that you're going to be spending with that money. Best example right now is Christmas. So you just put Christmas here, and then if you had gifts, you could just put your budget for gifts. You could do your budget for decorations, budget for travel if you're going somewhere, whatever you want. This just kind of helps, do it in specific items so you know how much, where that money is allotted to for each one. Your calendar, like I showed, you just fill in. There's a different line. There's 4 different lines in each day. So you can just go in here and type in your bills that are due, or if it's payday, and you can color them with the colors if you would like to do that. This is my favorite part. This is our debt payoff tracker. Try to get this in a couple minutes here. Basically, you put in all of your creditors here. So if you have a, Discover card, whatever, Amex card, whatever you decide. If you have student loans, I can go in here, personal loans, whatever. So your starting balance, you just fill in your minimum payment per month. Your interest rate, obviously I'm just making all of this up. Don't fill in the current balance. And then, so you would just start here month 1. So this is your starting balance right now, as of the day that you're starting this. You want that to be your starting balance, not what you initially was, obviously. So month 1, let's say you make a $25 payment. It will automatically fill in your balance with your interest added in. And then up here, let me do this one real quick so you can see the difference. I'll do $50 and 10%. So same thing up here, it shows you your total starting debt that you started with, how much you have paid total. And so that means your total debt remaining. And then up here it has your total minimum and monthly payment. So that shows you how much minimum per month that you have to pay. And then it just has your payoff date, and approximate months to pay it off based on the minimum. I'm trying to figure out a way to calculate the snowball effect. So if you're able to pay an extra $200 per month, for example, total, how much quicker that will allow you to pay that off. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but hopefully that's coming soon. So anyways, this is allotted for 6 years, so 72 months, and you have 20 creditor options on here. The last 2, the cash envelope breakdown, the meal planner, and a grocery list is all coming soon, hopefully. But that is the basics of the budget bundle that I have created. I hope that tutorial kind of helps walk you through it. And please let me know if you have any questions or if you see any issues with it, if something's not calculating correctly, as well as any just thoughts of anything that I could add or maybe do a little differently if you don't like the look, whatever. My husband said I need to do a black background with white font for the dudes, so I might do that for you. I know that's kind of girly colors, but anyways, hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions.